Hey, thank you so much for your continued help supporting our friends at Food for the Poor, this wonderful Christian mission group that's been operating for years and years and helping feed hungry children all over the world. This month's focus very specifically are on the very needy children of El Salvador. And when we started this show and the Food for the Poor folks said they were going to come aboard, we had set a $40,000 goal to achieve for them by month's end, and you did that and then some in the course of 1 week. And now it has me wondering, it had many people wondering, what can this audience achieve? I don't know. I'm so grateful for your generosity. And again, whatever you can give is just a tremendous help to these needy children and these people in El Salvador who are trying to rebuild their lives under new government. This mission, really, truly the hands and feet of Christ, is Food for the Poor. They do just amazing work. I was on the phone with them last week, and they wanted me to convey to you very specifically, they thank you so much for your generous giving. Some of you are giving as much as $1,000, which feeds 10 kids for an entire year. You know, a $100 donation feeds one child for a whole year. That's what Food for the Poor can make work. $100 for a whole year. That's how efficient they are at Food for the Poor. If you want to give, whatever you can do. If it's $100 to feed a child for 1 year, great. Go to chrisstigall.com. There's a banner right at the top of my website. Feed Their Future is the name of it. Click on it, and you can give whatever amount you want. And leave your name and a note if you'd like, and I'd love to read it here on the show. If you choose to call and give, that's also fantastic. You can call their number anytime you want. You can text also, if you want to give that way, really easy to do. Text Stigall to 51555. Text my name, Stigall, to 51555. We'll send you a link that way. You can call 855-330-4673. 855-330-4673. I'm so proud to tell people that this audience is as generous as it is. And I see that ticker keep climbing just a little higher each and every day, thanks to your generous support. Some $1,000 givers, I tell you what I'm doing. Everybody that's able to do that, $1,000 give, I am giving lifetime access to the Harum Society. I am waiving your membership for the rest of your days. You are an authentic lifetime member at my 3 times a week newsletter. That's the very least I can do to say thanks for your generous giving. All right, let's get to some good news, okay? It's been kind of heavy today. I don't know about you. I'm feeling a little, with the CR and the tariffs and the market and the whole thing. I know people are feeling a little down. First of all, here's what DOGE is doing. More NOAA employees to be let go, making 20% of staff cut. This is at the climate change, eco-wacko, we're warming the planet. Look, there's people that are studying the weather, and then there are climate activists, and I guarantee you the 20% of people cut are climate activists. They're not there to study the weather and warn people about hurricanes, all right? So good riddance. $128 million in federal grants spent on gender ideology identified under Biden-Harris. Top U.S. health agency makes a $25,000 buyout offer to most of its employees. This from Politico. Most of the 80,000 federal workers responsible for researching diseases, inspecting food, Medicare, Medicaid, blah, 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 and HHS were emailed an offer to leave their job for as much as $25,000. Now, of course, they're going to make every single government employee that leaves a department sound like they're the most vital thing ever. Our food will be poisoned and people will die from storms. No one believes that all of these government agencies are full of people stationed at the most critical life-saving positions. It's bogus. It's bunk. And it's high time that we start purging the ranks. We have to do it. It is not sustainable. You got to stop the spending. You've got to stop the hiring at the government level. This economy has got to get real. This economy has to be built on the backs of people who have always made this economy work. Small and large business is what makes this economy work. People that provide goods and services into the economy, that provide people jobs, that lift people up out of economic poverty. People have got to have the ability to keep more of the disposable income they earn, not suck it out of their pocket to hire some bloated bureaucrat who is some climate change wacko. or some, desk jockey in a cubicle at the Department of Health and Human Services. The dynamic's got to change, and it is. But it's going to take some time. It's going to take some heavy lifting, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And we must go through this discomfort as a country. We must. That means the market's going to have to dip because we're sucking all of this fake money out of it. We're letting loose of a lot of government jobs. But in time, and Trump's leveling some of these tariffs, which I know, again, and I got an email today, in fact, to this effect in Virginia. Let me see. This email came from Linda, and she said, with all due respect to Steve Moore, and I subscribe to his email every day, President Trump cannot institute tax cuts by himself. That's up to Congress. He can sign executive orders. So starting with tax cuts, in theory, is a great idea, but it means the president has to wait on fixing the imbalance of tariffs around the globe. That's Linda in Roanoke, Virginia. Of course, you're right, Linda. Congress has to be the one to move on taxes. Trump can't do it by himself. You're precisely right.
The Chris Stigall Show podcast.